and you're with me at TiffinTales, where things like this happen. And yes, just in case you were wondering, I usually look so put together when I'm cooking in the kitchen. And yeah, it pretty much always looks so neat. And to my friends back home, yes, the camera does add 10 pounds. Now that we've got that on record, let's move on to our recipe. Today we're going to be making the classic French crepes, or as the shopkeeper here loves to correct me, crepes. The absolute beauty about crepes is that you can make it with pretty much what you have in your pantry always. So you have your milk, flour, eggs, sugar, and of course, butter. You know what's better than butter? Browned butter. Now that our butter and milk have cooled for about 15 minutes, I've already added about 6 eggs to this blender. Give it a little whirl. To this I'm going to add 1.5 cups of flour, 6 tablespoons of sugar, and to that add about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And because everything is better with alcohol, I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of coffee liquor. You can use vanilla, about 1 tablespoon instead. Give that thing another whirl. You want to blend it only until you get a smooth paste. Don't overmix it. And then to that add your milk. And then add your butter. Until you have this really smooth, fairly fluid batter. Now the batter needs to rest for about 3 to 6 hours. This is because the gluten in the flour gets time to relax. Now if you were a high budget cooking show, I'd have one of those substitute bowls ready and I'd just, but since we're not, this is going to rest and I'll see you in about 3 hours. Bye! Hi everyone, I'm back and I'm glad to see you're still with us. Now that our batter has rested, and so have I, we're ready to make our crepes. Once you get this batter out of the fridge, just let it come back to room temperature and give it a little stir. Now that our pan is nice and hot, I'm using a 7.5-inch crepe pan. You can also use a 6 to 8-inch non-stick or a well-seasoned pan. Stick of butter, don't worry, I'm not using the whole thing. Just brush it lightly on the surface so you have a thin, even film. 1/4 cup of batter. You want to gently lift and swirl your pan so you have a nice even film of batter. Half a minute in, depending on how hot your pan is. Mine is just short of medium. Just when you see the edges browning, you want to gently lift and flip. You can of course also do this with a spatula, but I find it easier to not tear the delicate crepe when I'm doing it with my fingers. About 10 seconds on the other side, and you're ready to flip your crepe onto a plate. So we now have a beautiful stack of crepes ready. And although they're perfect just as they are, sometimes it's fun to dress up a little, isn't it? So one of the simplest things that I love to do is just a squeeze of lemon. As you can see, I'm not very good at this. 20 crepes I can make, but squeezing lemons. And a dash of sugar. Simple and absolutely delicious. Two of my other favorites are, if I'm having it for breakfast, then just a simple layer of jam, and one of my absolute favorites, Nutella and sliced bananas. But the proof is in the eating, right? Or at least that's my excuse for having this before my roommates get here. I think you need to go away now while I have my way with this. Thanks for watching. Bye.